Off and racing. In race 6, it's the Wexford Racecourse Ladies' Day August 5th handicap chase. Extended 3 miles and 1, so a little over 2.5 circuits. Heading to the first, battle on for the early lead. Moving through is Turn Down the Volume with close up on the inside Shawshank as they jump the first. Head on to the fence at the top of the track. Moving through to take over is Outside the Door. As they jump it, Outside the Door with close up on the outside presenting Cody. With them on the inside is Shawshank, and also in that leading group is Turn Down the Volume. They've stretched on clear by about 10 lengths to Double Windsor. Mica Malpic is next, followed on the downhill run by Important Message in the black and blue colours. On the outside of that one is Andrihadella, followed on the approach to the straight by Roped In with Walking the Walk. And towards the back in the early stages with the red headgear is Manila Away. Nearing the turn that'll bring them into the straight. Keeping to the outside is Presenting Cody. Ian Power towards the inner is Outside the Door, Peter Smithers. They're the leading pair, followed at this stage by the quartered colours of Turn Down the Volume, Philip Donovan. The red and white on the inside is Shawshank and Kieran Callaghan. As they continue up the straight to fence number 4. Fence they'll jump 3 times. To the inside, Outside the Door, led narrowly to Presenting Cody. Turn Down the Volume third and Shawshank fourth to break to Double Windsor. Then in mid-division, the favourite Mica Malpic towards the inside, the black and blue of Important Message with Andrihadella and Roped In and Walking the Walk. And finally Manila Away. Fence number 5, as they head down to the bottom turn and out in front, it's Outside the Door. From Presenting Cody, keeping to the outside. Tracking them in third is Turn Down the Volume. A break of a few lengths to Shawshank, followed around the turn by Mica Malpic and Double Windsor. Around the inside is Important Message as they go to jump the next, which is number 6, before heading up the far side. Outside the Door leads by about 3 lengths to Presenting Cody. Jumping in second, clear by 6 or 7 to Turn Down the Volume. A further break of about 4 to Shawshank. Then Double Windsor, Mica Malpic is next. Important Message Roped In, and with them is Andrihadella. And at the back together, Manila Away and Walking the Walk. As they near the completion of a circuit and continue up the far side towards fences 7 and 8. Presenting Cody up on the outside, leads narrowly. Over Outside the Door in second, a break of about 6 lengths back to Turn Down the Volume, followed by Shawshank, and then Double Windsor as they reach the first of the fences on the far side. Presenting Cody and Outside the Door, clear. Turn Down the Volume, jumped it in third spot, tracked by Shawshank, and then Double Windsor and Roped In and Mica Malpic. Fence at the top of the track. Still the leading pair, separated by less than half a length as they all jumped that safely. Presenting Cody goes on now by a length as they make the top turn. For the second time, Outside the Door remains close up in second, a clear break back to Turn Down the Volume in third. Shawshank is in fourth position as they run on the downhill approach to the straight. Mica Malpic and Double Windsor are next. Roped In towards the outside between horses in the yellow and black colours Andrihadella. And behind them as they approach the turn in is Walking the Walk with Manila Away, and Important Messages drop back towards the rear of the field. But they're tightly enough grouped as they make the swing into the straight. Still over a circuit ahead of them. Presenting Cody. Ian Power on the outside. From Outside the Door, Peter Smithers. The leading pair still, tracked by Turn Down the Volume, Philip Donovan jumping in third, Shawshank, Kieran Callaghan. Slight mistake, Double Windsor and Richie Condon, with alongside Mica Malpic and Simon Torrens. Towards the inner is Important Message, Conor McNamara, as they stream out over the fence. That'll be the last one next time. Heading up to past the judge, Presenting Cody. On the outside of Outside the Door, a break of about 4 lengths to Turn Down the Volume and Shawshank together. Followed to this fence by Mica Malpic. Roped In is up on the outside. Important Message to the inner of Andrihadella. Mica Malpic blundered badly there, slightly hampered Andrihadella. As they head away from that fence and head to the turn, that'll bring them on to their next fence, which will be 5 from home. Outside the Door, towards the inside of Presenting Cody, bumped along for a few strides, but still a close second. A break back to Turn Down the Volume, Shawshank, Roped In. Mica Malpic recovering lost ground, and then behind them pushed along as Important Message. Towards the inside, Walking the Walk. The outer is Manila Away. Then Andrihadella and Double Windsor has dropped back to be the overall back marker as they head up the far side for the final time. Out in front, outside the door. Leads by about 2.5 lengths, presenting Cody, closing up again in second. Turn Down the Volume remains third, followed by Mica Malpic, roped in the outside, Shawshank, making headway on the inner, the green and red of Walking the Walk. As they continue on, they're nearing their fourth last fence, outside the door, presenting Cody within a length. Turn Down the Volume, continuing to make ground up on the outside, is roped in. Mica Malpic is in fifth. Manila Way has made some ground on the outside of Andrihadella, who made a mistake, and then Walking the Walk. Shawshank has dropped back to the rear. Heading uphill to their third last fence, outside the door leads. Turn Down the Volume, roped in Mica Malpic. Presenting Cody is weakening. Manila Way and Drihadella Walking the Walk are next as they make the top turn. Half a mile to race and 2 to jump when they swing into the straight. Outside the door leads by 2.5 lengths to in second. Turn Down the Volume. Mica Malpic improves up on the outside. Roped in is chasing them. Walking the Walk has gone fifth. Manila Way 6 a break then. 2 double Windsor trying to stay on the outside of Andrihadella. As they approach the turn in, the leading quartet covered by about 3 lengths. Outside the door from Mica Malpic in second. Roped in as a close third. Turn Down the Volume back in fourth. Now a break then to Walking the Walk as they swing in to face the second last fence. Outside the door, joined by Mica Malpic on the stand side. They're out in front of roped in as they jump the second last. Mica Malpic, led narrowly, goes on from outside the door. Back in third, roped in. Walking the Walk is trying to stay on behind them. But down to the final fence, Mica Malpic, and Simon Torrens is down. Michael Malpic blundered and seated Simon Torrens, leaving outside the door clear on the run-in. Pushed out by Peter Smithers, outside the door will win by 7 or 8 lengths to roped in second, Walking the Walk third, and in fourth spot, Turn Down the Volume.
We've just seen outside the door win on handicap debut, and rather fortuitous circumstance, the penultimate race of the evening, but a day this man will never forget. Peter Smithers. Peter, many congratulations. First ride over fences, your first winner of your career.
Yeah, delighted with Kevin. Couldn't have planned out any better now. Maybe not going down to the last. Simon could have had me, but lucky enough he fell and I got it, so delighted.
And this horse, he jumped really well today, because his last couple of runs over fences, his jumping left a little bit to be desired.
Yeah, he jumped very well today. I'd say you're nearly better off letting him have it, letting him at them and letting him jump himself. Very consistent horse. He never really runs a bad race. He was working well at home, and that's how we thought we had a chance coming here.
And obviously coming to the last, you looked like you were booked for second, but they're there to be jumped, and obviously Simon's horse has come down, gave him no chance, and you were lucky not to actually come down with him.
No, I was nearly running into the back. No, I'd say I just got lucky. You know, I got to get out to the side of him, but that's racing, isn't it?
And you've only had a handful of rides. I must say you look very polished and well balanced all the way around. You've only had, what, around 14 rides in total?
Yeah, I'd say 14 rides over hurdles now, and that's the first ride over fences, so I can't complain.
Some start to your career with your first ride over fences. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You're from Monasterevin in Kildare, aren't you?
Monasterevin, Kildare, yeah. I'm only just 10 minutes away from the Curragh. Grew up with horses, did a bit of pony racing when I was younger, and sure, like everyone else, you did the pony racing, you come here and go on to bigger things, hopefully.
And obviously you've been based with Paddy since you left school.
No, I was originally left school in 16, went to Michael Halford's. I was going to get the apprentice licence out for him, got a bit heavy, moved on to Porrex then and took out the conditional. Haven't looked back since.
And your brother, Robert Smithers, your brother, he rode a little bit for a while in the flat.
Yeah, Robert rode a bit, you know. He lost interest in it, you could say, and gone doing carpentry or whatever. Another younger brother rides as well, Connor. He was an amateur for a while and changed over to conditional this year.
Great stuff. And have you set yourself any targets now going forward after getting that first winner out of the way?
Get the name out there, let people see it. I'm half capable of doing it and just get the opportunities.
Great stuff. And of course Porrig as well, he's great to give both yourself and Aidan Kelly. Did a conditional in the yard, plenty of opportunities.
Yeah, there's two of us there, it's not easy for him, and if Aidan's not riding one of them, at least I get the ride on it, or as Aidan's out injured, he probably would have rode him now. I'm lucky for him, but
lucky for you.
I'm not complaining.
And it's great to be associated with a young up-and-coming yard as well. Obviously, you had your first Cheltenham winner last year, and you're starting to come up with numbers. There's more horses coming into the yard.
Yeah, there is a lot of young horses coming into the yard this year now, and I'm sure I'd say it's going to build and build and build.
Well, Peter, many congratulations. This is a day you'll never forget, and hopefully it's the first of many. Well done.
Thanks a million, Kevin.